Hey everybody, welcome to yoga. We're going to do a little stretching, a little bending, a little lengthening today. This time is for you. So let's go ahead and get that started, right? I've got a mat, I've got a band, so we can stretch your hammies in a little bit. And that's all you need. You just need your nice quiet space, and you need to tune in and listen to your body, always noticing how you feel so that you can just note what your body needs throughout the day and even here on your mat. So let's begin by lifting up tall, closing your eyes, and just taking a few breaths, finding your center, breathing in deeply, and exhaling fully. Deep breath in, full breath out. Once we connect to that breath and to that body, let's go ahead and just gently drop your chin to your chest. We'll lift that head up to the sky. And bring it to the center. Turn the head to one side. And turn the head to the other side. Good. Come on back to the center. Lift it up nice and tall. Let's just scoop those shoulders a couple of times. So inhale up. And exhale down. And maybe one more. Inhale, breathe in. And out. We're gonna wrap those arms on up around yourself here. So first let's stretch out nice and long, big long wingspan, and then wrap those arms up here around yourself. Give yourself a big hug, right? Try to walk those fingertips a little closer together. So we're giving ourselves a big squeeze here, nice little hug. Lift it up nice and tall. We get a good stretch there through that upper back. And then we'll take those arms out, reach. Go ahead and wrap it up around here on the other side. Give it a big squeeze. And out we go. Nice long wingspan, big stretch. Drop it over to the side here. Give ourselves a little airplane. Let's go ahead and look up past those fingers that are reaching upward. While you're here, you might be able to slide it out a little bit. Keep those hips grounded. And we'll come on up to the center, reach it out long, and drop it on over to the side. Look up. Slide it out a little bit if you can. Ground those hips. And up we go, right to the center. We're gonna bring those hands together, interlace those fingers, and just press those palms right on out to the front. So we get a good stretch into that upper back. Press. And lovely. We're gonna go ahead and flip those hands under, reach those arms to the sky, lift up tall. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring those hands right back to the center. Very nice. So we're lifted up tall. Our hands are here at Namaste. And we're going to take that right elbow and drop it on down to that right thigh. So we've got a little dip. Still stretching into that side body. And come on up. And then we're going to rotate to the right. Spinal twist. To the center, and then the other side. So dip it on over, left elbow down. Come on up and rotate to the left. the center. We're gonna take those hands, press those palms right on down into your mat. We're gonna take a little bit of weight out of those hips, pushing those palms down, lifting up and lengthening through that spine. We're gonna drop the chin to the chest. Go ahead and scoop that tailbone up to your belly button and just push those hips off the floor. Good, lower down and lift up tall. Take those arms out to the side once again. Inhale, reach and extend. Lift it up. And we're gonna jump right into that twist. So come on around to the right. Look over that right shoulder. We're gonna reach up tall, and then same thing, only now to the left. So just twist it on over. And we'll come on up. Reach, and then we're gonna bring those hands forward there to that mat. Go ahead and walk it on out and drop it down. So round it forward, breathe into your back, and let's just breathe. Go ahead and walk it in. Come on up to the top. Nice and tall, lift it up, lengthen, breathe in. And breathe out. Fantastic. So nice and stretched through that mid back, maybe even into the upper back. We're gonna take those feet, we're gonna place those feet on the floor. And let's just bring a little bit of space between those feet. And we're just gonna go ahead and windshield wiper out those hips. So just take those knees side to side, just a little loosening up into that hip joint. Good, we're gonna take those knees and we're gonna leave those knees over there on the right. So once those knees drop on the right, let's rotate a little to the left. And up and over, take those knees over to the left. And same thing, rotate that upper body to the right. Good. Come on back to the center. Gonna bring those feet back on in, grab those thighs, and then as you can, pick those feet up off that mat. Let's just find your center here. So you can hang onto your thighs, you can grab your shins, but we're gonna drop the chin to the chest and try to pull that nose and those knees closer together. So however you'd like to do that is fine, but let's find your balance. Extending the arms forward, reaching out the legs, finding your boat. And then finding your balancing lotus. From our lotus, very slowly, let's go ahead and just lower those legs down to that mat. Maybe flip those palms downward, bring your elbows to the floor. One more time, round it forward. Good. Go ahead and scoop it up, roll it on up to the top, bring those knees together, lift up and lengthen. One more time. We have a lovely twist. Rotate right. And rotate left. Good. Come on down. Or back to the center. We're going to send those legs forward right on out in front of you. Give them a little wiggle. Shake them out a little. We're going to point your toes. So reach those toes forward. Trying to touch those toes down to the floor. And then we'll pull the toes back. A little demi-point position there. And then we will flex those feet entirely. Flex, flex, flex. So I got a little calf stretch going on there. Good. Once again, toes point, demi point, and flex those feet. Roll those ankles around. A couple of slow circles here. We're going to go ahead and roll them around the other way. Rolly, rolly. Nice. Good. Good. Relax. Wiggle out those legs. We're going to lift up tall. So find your Dandasana. Lift up and lengthen. Sliding those hands back so we can press up into reverse plank. And we'll lower down. Let's go ahead and hybrid this with a little crab pose. So I'm going to bend the right knee. Left leg is going to stay where it is. We'll press back up into that position. Half crab, half reverse plank. And lower down. And we'll switch it up. Send the right leg out. Bend the left knee. Same thing. Press it up halfway, hybrid pose. And to that mat. Sending both legs forward, lifting up tall, maybe relaxing your wrists if you need to. And then we're going to go ahead and slowly here, roll down. Keep your band nearby, but we're going to just roll it on down. Hug those knees into your chest. And let's close your eyes, maybe rock it out a little. But again, tune into your body. Where do you normally hold your tension? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in that upper back, your mid back, wherever that is? Let's just take a moment here and exhale it. Let that go. Breathing. Fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and place that left foot on the floor and that right ankle over on top of that left quad. We're going to scoop your hands here behind that left thigh. You can also take your strap and then pull that on around behind that thigh. Sometimes that's nice too. Just to pull those legs in, into or through the whole pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go ahead and release. We're going to place that left foot on the floor. Take that strap, loop it up and around that right foot. We're just going to stretch that right leg right on up to the sky and lengthen out that right hamstring. So let's really flex that right foot. Push that right heel away from you. And lengthen here as you soften up the rest of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. We're going to go ahead and take that strap completely into that left hand. And we're going to let that right arm come on out to the side. I'm going to go ahead and scoot just a little bit here. But let's just maybe allow that left knee to flop down on the floor here beside you. And we're going to take this right leg just over and across the midline of the body. But I want you to try to keep your shoulders and your hips on that mat. So it's just a little bit of a reach. Good. Then we're going to let that right leg come all the way over so that hip is definitely coming up off the floor. So that right foot might come all the way down to the floor or hover above it. Take that right hand, reach that right hand down
Let's see if we just can't grab that left foot and we'll hang out here. Good. Release. Roll yourself back onto that back. And then we're going to take that strap into that right hand and let that right leg just drop out and open to the side. So we're pressing out through that right heel and breathing here. Excellent. Nice stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower that right leg down and out along your mat. Give it a little wiggle. Shake it out a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and switch it to the other side. So left ankle, right quad, hands or strap behind that right thigh, and just pull those legs inward. So really noticing where you feel this. Maybe the glute, maybe even into the lower back a little. Breathe. And release. Right foot to the mat. Take that strap. Let's go ahead and loop up that left foot. Hamstring stretch. Nice. Another breath. And then release. Take that strap just into that right hand, left arm out to the side, T position. And that leg just kind of scoots here over the body. There we go. Keep that body nice and flat. There we go. Then we're going to let that leg come all the way over to the side. It can hover above the floor. It can rest on the floor. But then this left hand is going to reach down and maybe grab that right foot. Maybe pull that right heel closer to that glute. Maybe we get a little quad stretch there. And then we'll release it. Up we go. With that leg, with that strap, transfer that strap into that left hand, and then open that left leg out to the side there, inner thigh stretch. Excellent. Breathe in. And breathe out as you release. Send that left leg down and out along your mat. Send that right leg down and out along your mat. And then go ahead and wiggle them both out. So wiggle them both out. You place your hands here on your hips or on your tummy. We're going to soften up into that chest and just take a moment here to notice your body. Breathing. Excellent, excellent. We're gonna slide those hands right on down beside you. Bend those knees just a wee little bit. You might like to slide your hands here underneath those glutes. And then we're gonna go ahead and make our way up to seated. So breathe in, and then chin to the chest. Roll yourself up, engage that core, press your weight into those hands. Come on up the rest of the way. And then once you get to the top, hug it forward. Nice. Go ahead and lift it on up.
Right on up to the top, nice and tall. Breathe in and breathe out. Send that left leg forward. We're gonna make our way into side gate pose. So let's first take that right knee, flop it down there on the floor beside you, and then we're gonna take a nice breath. So arms up, inhale, breathe in. Exhale, hinge it forward. And then roll and round yourself up to the top. We're gonna take that right hand and bring it here, just behind that right hip. Bring that right knee up underneath you, and we're gonna send that left arm up to the sky. So we have a nice side gate pose here. Nice reach and lengthen. Try not to mush down and sink into those shoulders, but really lift up tall. Good, lengthen here. If you're feeling zesty, you can bring that right foot out into side plank. We're gonna rotate in a moment. Excellent. Right here, go ahead and bend that left elbow. So we've come down to a little military press position. But here, our shoulders are pointed out in front of us, and we're gonna change that. So let's just gently take that elbow back and try to open up that chest to the sky. Open up. And we'll come back to the front. Reach up into side gate, up, up, up. And bring that left hand down to the floor. Good. Take that right hand down to the mat as well. And so we've got ourselves a nice plank position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down to that mat. Release the toes. And then go ahead and scoop it up. Curl it into cobra. And release it. Nice. We need to make our way back into that other side gate pose. So let's tuck up the toes. Squeeze up your glutes. Make sure that tummy is pulled in. We're just going to lift up and push the floor away. So we find our plank. Bring that left knee to the mat. Reposition that left hand. Rotate. Send that right arm up, and we'll hang out here. So if you're feeling the zesty, send that left foot out to meet the right side plank. Good, come on back down. If you were in side plank, bend that right elbow. Shoulders are pointed here in the direction of that wall in front of you. And we're just gonna try to pull that nice little cactus arm back a little as you open up that chest to the sky. You can really feel that into those obliques. Chest opens. And we'll come back. Fabulous, reach up, big long stretch. Inhale, breathe in. And lower down that hand, have a little sit, and then that right leg is forward, so we are ready to find that other Janya Shirshasana. Roll it up to the top, sending both legs forward. We'll take one full forward seated bend, so inhale, lift, and exhale, over we go. Before we scoop it tall to the top, lift up, breathe in, and breathe out. Nice. Wiggle out those legs, and all we're gonna do is flip over to hands and knees. So come on up, all fours, and then once you find that nice position, let's scoop it up, cat stretch. Flatten it out, neutral spine. And then one more time, scoop it up, cat stretch. And flatten it out. Good, scoop to the right in the puppy. Another stretch into that side body. And then to the left. Good. Come on back. So we're gonna find your balance with this next one. We're gonna vinyasa this. And if you'd like, close your eyes, but we're gonna go ahead and sit back. Exhale into your child's pose. And then as you inhale, we're gonna come on up into tiger. So from back here, press up and reach out into tiger, opposite arm and leg. And then again, we're gonna change sides. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, continue. Take a couple of these. Finish that next one. We'll just come down to all fours once again and scoop it. Cat stretch. Press back, rocket cat. Go ahead and come back to cat. Release it. Neutral spine. You gotta puppy it out, wiggle it out here side to side. Fabulous. Good, good. Tuck up those toes. Press yourselves up, down dog. Ears are lifted. Looking back at those knees, those toes. Fantastic. Come forward into our plank position. Breathe in. Knees to the mat, release the toes, chin and chest to the mat, slide forward, curl it up into cobra. And we'll go ahead and slide those hands forward a bit. Come on up into seal. And let's make sure you're squeezing your hind parts, lifting and lengthening that neck. And then we're gonna come to a half cobra, half sphinx. So lift up that right elbow only and turn the head to the right. And down. Other side, left elbow, rotate left. Center, lifting up that nose, squeezing up those glutes, pressing up into sphinx if you like. And we'll release it down, roll down like a little wave. And then that forehead comes to the mat. We'll relax at the bottom, relax your glutes, relax that upper back. Slide those hands back and press into Balasana. Give it a good stretch here, maybe wiggle it out a little bit. But just as always, take a moment to do what you need to do in order to be comfortable. So just tuning into that body. How is it feeling? Gonna make our way into just a little leg lift series. So I am going to actually rotate on around. There we are. Good. All right, so go ahead and come on up, hands and knees. We're gonna tuck up your toes. Find your down dog. We're gonna take that right leg and we're gonna scoop it up to the sky. Lift it up as high as it will go. Up, up, up. Bend the right knee. Swing the right knee forward between those hands and we're gonna start with pigeon. So release those left toes, drop down to those elbows and just find your pigeon. Lifting up that head, bringing those hands to that mat, tucking up those toes, finding your down dog. And we're gonna do the same thing with that right leg, that is. So up goes the right leg, reach it to the sky, bend the right knee. Now swing that right foot forward to the outside of that right hand. So we've found our lizard pose here. We're gonna lift up that head and look forward. If you'd like, you can drop that left knee to the mat and just sink into that left hip a little bit more. So open up that chest. If it feels nice, you can kind of roll to the outside of that right foot. Just to open that hip up a little bit more. That right hip, all that left hip flexor stretches. Good, right foot nice and flat, left toes tucked up, lift up that left knee, step back, down dog. Good. We're gonna take that right leg up again. So reach it to the sky, up we go, bend the right knee, swing it forward, this time between the hands, and look forward. Good. We're gonna drop that left knee to the mat, release the toes, and scoop yourselves up into monkey. Good, good. Hands to the mat, tuck the toes, lift the knee, down dog. Good, time for warrior. So up goes that right leg, bend that right knee, and forward. If you prefer, set that left knee down on the floor and just do what we did previously. Either monkey or warrior. Down we go, step it back, and we've only got one more thing to do with that right leg. So scoop it up tall, bend the right knee. Last time, between those hands, we're gonna drop that left knee to the mat, release those toes, and come on up. So you can certainly stay right here. If you are feeling zesty, we're gonna reach back with that left hand, grab that left foot, and reach that right arm forward. And untangle it all. Step back down dog. And we get to come forward to plank. Knees to the mat, toes release. Drop into up dog. And rest in Balasana. So while you're here, maybe push those hips a little bit to the right. And maybe a little bit to the left. But as you stretch out here, again, notice the differences here. One side, probably the right, feeling a little bit more open than the left. We're gonna fix that. So as you are ready, find that all fours position. Tuck up your toes, lift to down dog. Left leg, scoop it up tall, bend the left knee, swing it between those hands, and pigeon. Lifting up, bringing those hands to the mat, tucking up the toes, and pressing back, down dog. Good, time for lizard. Left leg up, 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 bend the left knee, swing it forward to the outside of that left hand. Look up, look forward here, and either stay here, drop the right knee, release those toes. Still looking up, and maybe roll to the outside of that left foot.
Nice flat foot. Tuck up the right toes, lift the right knee, step back down dog. Here we go, left leg. Send it to the sky. Bend the left knee, swing it forward, this time between the hands. And we're gonna find monkey pose. So release that right knee, release the toes, and scoop it up. Lower down, tuck the toes, lift the knee, back we go. So either you can find monkey again, or we will lift to warrior. Swing it forward, find your balance, and stay. Lower down, back we go. And just that nice balance at the end. So left leg, up, 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 bend the left knee. Swing it on up to the front, right knee down, release those toes, come on up, and we can either hang here or bend that right knee, grab that right foot, send that left arm forward. And step it to down dog. Very nice. Find your plank. Find your up dog. And Vinyasas. Slide those hands back a bit. From here, we're gonna tuck up your toes in the back. So just kind of modifying our cobbler's pose a little bit. We wanna work ankle mobility. So we've tucked up those toes, and you can bring as much weight onto those feet as you would like, but go ahead and leave your hands on the floor for now, right? And all we're gonna do is just rock those heels from side to side. Just bringing a little bit of weight into those ankles. Good. Excellent. And then let's go ahead and give it a nice cat stretch. Flatten it out, tuck up the toes, lift it up, down dog, walk those hands back towards your feet. And we'll roll it up to the top. Good, so we're gonna come on around. We're gonna do just a little side bending series, then it'll be time for Yoga Nidra. So let's go ahead and just lift up tall, find your center, bring your hands to your heart, namaste, breathe in, breathe out. So standing nice and tall, we're just gonna start with a little half moon. Those feet are up underneath those hips. We're gonna lift up and lengthen and just drop over to the side. So we drop it over, lots of side bending today, lengthening and lifting. Same thing, only now let's interlace the fingers, reach the arms up and drop it over, same side. And lift. Then we're gonna take that foot from that direction that we're leaning, cross it over to the other side of that standing foot and drop, half moon. And lift to the top, separate those hands, and we'll just give it a nice swan dive. So flat back, come on down, flat back, lift it up tall, hands together. And as you come to namaste, have a seat into chair. And up. There we are, lift it up tall, same thing. Opposite side, dip it over, half moon. And up.
Reach those arms up overhead, half moon. And up. Cross that foot over. One more time, half moon. And up. Release to swan dive. Reach and chair. Good. Stand tall. Nice and lifted. Shoulders over those hips. Hips over the knees. Knees over the ankles. Breathe in. Breathe out. Grow taller here. Lengthen. Counteracting all that gravity. Lift up tall. And release those hands, chin to the chest, roll that head forward, hands to the mat, step it out, down dog. And we are, shift all of your weight to the left foot. Shift all of your weight to the right foot. Both feet. And release. All fours. Nice. From here, we'll just go ahead and have a little sit. Bring those legs forward right here in front of you. And we're gonna just gently roll down, hug those knees into your chest. Soften up those shoulders and maybe rock it out a little bit. Got one more spinal twist. So just drop those arms to the side, T position. Take those knees to the right. And take those knees to the left. Excellent. Back we go to the center. Let's go ahead and just slide those legs down and out along your mat. And bring those arms here down beside you wherever they are comfortable. So we are just making our way into a nice position for Yoga Nidra, wherever that is for you. Go ahead and wiggle things out, relax that body, soften up those shoulders. And let's just allow your mat to do its job. So we're going to take a moment here, use the mind, go through the body, relax all sections, all pieces. Let's go ahead and just exhale. Melt that body down into that mat. As you exhale, we just continue to sink further. Maybe melt a little bit more into the mat. Letting go of the sections that might be just a little bit tight or tense. As that body has just melted down into the floor, let's go ahead and just take a moment as we feel that body breathe. Feel the chest rise. Feel the chest fall.
from that breath, just coming further inward to the mind. Finding that gentle space, that soft space where we can just hover and enjoy a few moments of peace. And slowly here, let's start to wiggle those fingers and toes around. Just bringing some gentle movement back into the body. Maybe slowly here, starting to stretch out. You can even roll over onto your side for a moment if you prefer. You are more than welcome to stay in your space, wherever that is.
Just come on up to a nice seated position. But wherever you are, let's go ahead and lift tall and close your eyes. Coming inward for our final moment of quiet. Lokha, Samasta, Sukhino, Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Shanti means peace. Om Shanti to you. And thank you for joining me today. And thank you for doing yoga for yourself. So you guys remember, be good to yourselves, be kind to yourselves, hydrate, get your vitamin D, and please, please go wash your paws. Namaste. Thank you so much for working out today, doing what you need to do for you. Montag was zen the entire time. Those noises that you heard, that was Stilton. He found a toy. So you guys be well, go wash your paws, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.